one of our beautiful angels. And today is no exception. We have a beautiful feminine archangel to discuss with you. And I'm welcoming my co-host, Christina Leftwich. Hello, hello.
Hello. So happy to be here and so glad for everyone who can join us today.
Yeah, because you're probably going to want a pen and paper to take notes about this angel because she is so full of magnificence and there's so much to her. So welcome to all that's here with us on Zoom. We have Grace Isis, Charlie, and Jean Lorio. And in our virtual audience at the Erica. Hi, Erica. And with us virtually, we have Suzanne and Rosalind. And there's others, but they haven't typed anything into the comments, so I don't know who all is here. But welcome to all. Rick Moon is with us. So let's get right to this angel. I am so excited that we're doing her this week. And I call her a her because she is one of the main feminine energies and the counterparts of another masculine energy of the archangels. So Christina's going to share all of that with us. And welcome, Christina. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I do have some slide visuals. So we can all kind of follow along. And like Teri said, this is, a time where a lot of people feel that this great awakening is a summoning in of feminine energies to kind of counteract the more masculine feel we have had for thousands of years, really, to kind of bring us back into that balance. So many are feeling more and more of that feminine aspect. So today we're talking about Archaia Magdalena, who is also known as Lady Mercy. She's also referred to as the angel of forgiveness. And here is just a little meme that I had found that I think really sums up a lot of what Lady Mercy signifies, which is to remind us that the most important step out of the karmic law is forgiveness. And Eckhart Tolle is the one who shared that with us. So first off, let's just do a quick little review of what exactly is Archaia in any event. So just as we humans have both our masculine and feminine aspects, so do the angels. So the Archaia are the feminine aspects, the feminine counterparts or the twin flames to the male archangels. And they offer us inspirations from that more feminine perspective and point of view. In this case, Archaia Magdalena is the feminine aspect or twin flame to Archangel Azrael, who, it just as a reminder, is the archangel of endings, grief, the grieving, and death. So she's the counterpart to that. So roses are said to adorn Lady Mercy's dress to symbolize the very deep connection that she has with the ascended master, Mary Magdalene. Now, together, their energies help us to rebirth ourselves and our lives so that we're more in alignment with our soul's purpose. And also reminds us and teaches us that change itself is indeed growth. Mercy also teaches us the true power of forgiveness. Forgiveness of both ourselves as well as others, showing us her true specialization in healing karmic wrongdoings and bringing balance to all of the different aspects of our lives as we grow and transform. And I think sometimes for me, it's easy for me to remember that these feminine aspects, when we think about the male and the female, when we go through different religions and thoughts on religion and spirituality, oftentimes we have that male and female. We talk about the sun and the moon. We talk about grandfather sky and grandmother earth. We talk about the yin and the yang. I mean, that is all we're talking about, the male and the female energies. So, and oftentimes that's how I kind of think of these angels, as just bringing that very feminine side to things. And oftentimes that feminine side is very much within us. If you look at the different spiritual writings, oftentimes the more feminine energy, it just means it's bringing us within ourselves more so than what we appear to the outside world or the influences of the outside world on us. It's more of an inner workings that we're focusing on. So Archangel Magdalena can help us to show both kindness and compassion. So the author, Calista, tells us in her book, The Female Angels, Archangels, that mercy helps us to show this mercy to our own bodies, providing us the balance between our souls and our bodies. And that the way we can do this is through forgiveness and self-compassion and loving our soul's body, or our soul's vessel that is our physical body. Lady Mercy shows us that true freedom and healing comes through forgiveness. So some crystals that we can use to work with Lady Mercy or Archaia Magdalena is the garnet, the white moonstone, cuprite, magenta Vesuvius. And think about kind of the colors that are associated with both Archangel Azrael, which is the black ray, as well as some influences of copper and magenta, which the magenta is more known to be Magdalena's colors. So kind of think that the two together can give us this rose gold. So sometimes you might be thinking of the color rose gold, and that's very appropriate. Some animals associated with Magdalena is the butterfly, the ocelot, and the mystical firebird. And some tree spirits, plant energy, could be the hawthorn and the eucalyptus. So I had more sayings that kind of brought me to this angel, and I hope that they might help you in understanding this angel. So here is a little saying here of healing and forgiveness are synonymous. They are one and the same. When we forgive, we heal. And I find that to be so very true. And I really feel that that's a big portion of her message. So the supreme act of forgiveness is when you can forgive yourself for all the wounds you've created in your own life. And this was a channeled message. Just like you, everyone is doing the best they can with the information and knowledge that they have at this moment in time. And that was a channeled message that someone got from the Archaia Magdalena. And so these are just some things to kind of reflect on. If you're into journaling, maybe journal on some of these things and what that means to you. You know, what is compassion and forgiveness and mercy? And what does that mean for you inside? These are just some ideas to work with. Again, like I said, I'm kind of learning along with everyone here about the female archangels. They're relatively new to the scene. We've for thousands of years, as I said in the beginning, there's been lots of the masculine archangel portrayed. And now that since the 11-11-11 awakening into the age of Aquarius, with that came an influx of this new feminine energy that we're not quite used to. And just kind of remember that these female archangels are here to help us transition and become comfortable with those more feminine aspects. So that's what they're here for. They're here to help us and are just waiting, just like the archangels are, the male aspects, for us to ask. That's all we have to do is ask. And these archangels are twin flames for a reason. When you employ one, you employ the other. And the combined energies is something that is very special, I think, to our time right here and right now. And it's something that we can plug into that maybe 15 years ago, we weren't really plugging into that energy. So that's kind of exciting. And so with that, I'm going to bring this right back to Teri. I just cannot wait to see what kind of plug-in she gives us with our meditation today.
Okay, so let's get your screen sharing off. Thank you.
All right, I did it.
Thank you, Christina. Oh my gosh, I certainly loved all of that, everything that you shared with us. And, you know, Mary Magdalene was such an amazing, interesting figure. She studied under Isis, and Isis helps everyone, even today, helps us understand the importance of honoring our bodies and forgiveness. I'm so glad you brought that out, because when we can be forgiving of ourselves in our human form, then we're truly finding compassion and love, and that's where we will grow. So the meditation that I was guided to bring to us today is about our body and going into a healing aspect with every part of our body. So we're going to do that. I also have, let me see if I can pull it up here. I have from Callista, who wrote the female archangels, an attunement to Archaia Mercy's energy. And I do want to share that with you to receive this attunement. So I'm thinking we're going to do the attunement first, I think, and then go into the meditation, because that attunement is going to bring you closer to her energy. And as we then go through the meditation in the different parts of our body that you're going to ask for forgiveness, for love, for anything that's not love and light in that part of the body to be released, having this attunement already coming into you and working inside of you is going to really help with being able to get into the meditation part and receive fully what they want you to receive today. So let's do the attunement. If you want to accept it, then that's up to you. There's nothing that you have to do here. Just be open to it and allow the attunement to come in. First of all, what is an attunement? Some people, you may hear that word and you're like, I don't even know what that means. An attunement is getting in alignment with the energy of that particular entity. In this case, it's Archaia Mercy. And mercy, as we said, is all about love and forgiveness, compassion, and bringing us to that state of understanding who we are and what we're doing here in a human body. So let's just all get very centered for a moment. Just breathe in, focus on the breath. We're going to be doing a lot of breath work during the meditation. So right now, I want you just to focus on your breath and feel very centered in it. And watch as a column of sparkling rose gold light comes into your essence. Just visualize this in front of you and breathe in this source ray in and out, allowing it to fill every part of you, including your aura. Just allow it in, all around you and through you. And then see it connect through you to the center of Earth on either side of you, and then to the center of the sun. Feel your guardian angels standing on either side of you, radiating their love, which further expands your light. And now let's invoke Archaia Mercy. I'm going to read the affirmation. Just breathe this in, take it in. If you want, I can place this in a document and send it out later and you can say it out loud, but right now, just take it in. Loving Archaia Mercy, angel of acceptance, rebirth, and soul ascension, and master of the copper and magenta ray, may you now attune me to your vibration and consciousness so that I am forever linked with you. Please assist me in channeling your energy for the benefit of all concerned, and help fill me with your limitless compassion and kindness. Support me to integrate my soul's gifts into my everyday reality and service. Empower my Magdalena to emerge in all her glory. Thank you, and so it is. So breathe that in again. And as you allow this divine angel to blend her consciousness with yours, ask Archaia Mercy what the highest and best guidance is for you at this time. And as we go into the meditation part, we're going to be going through the different body parts. Remember this attunement. Remember that Mercy is now connected with you through consciousness. And just allow her to show you anything and anywhere in your physical body that maybe needs a little more love and compassion. Maybe there needs to be some forgiveness shown in each part. So we're going to be going through that. I do have some music. I've had some people that have shared that sometimes they can't hear me over the music. So I'm going to try to get it as low as I can possibly get it. And then you tell me if you can still hear me. First, I have to find my music. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to turn it way, 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 way down. And you tell me if you can hear the music and me. Okay, I have it very low. Can you still hear me talking over the music? Okay. And I will try to keep my volume lower, and I'll try to sit a little closer to the microphone so you can hear me better. All right, so just position yourself very comfortably wherever you are. If you're lying down or sitting, just make sure that you're in a comfortable position because we're going to be doing this meditation for a few minutes. And first, I want to call in all of our archangels to surround us. I want to ask Archangel Raphael to be here with healing energy. Archangel Michael to protect our energy field. Archangel Gabriel to help bring in the messages that we need from this archangel, this Archaia Mercy that's helping us. And Archangel Uriel to ground us into Earth's energy while we go through this time together. And we've already invoked the energy of Archaia Mercy, and I feel her gentleness, I feel her compassion already with what we're going to be doing right here. I want you to remain alert if you can, because you're going to be focusing on different parts of your body. And I want you to pay attention to what you're sensing there. If there's any sensations, anything that's happening in these parts of your body, I want you to be able to do some clearing of the energy that's there. Right now, I want you to notice your own thoughts, because anytime we enter into meditation, we can't shut off our thinking. We can't shut off thoughts. That's impossible. But what we can do is become aware of them. We can say, thank you for being here. And don't try to push them away. Just incorporate them into your meditation. Allow them to be a part of the meditation. Maybe that thought that's coming through is helping you to process what's going on with your physical body. Now, watch your thought as it comes in. Just be the observer. See it as it comes into your awareness. And then where does it go? Watch it as it goes away, maybe to come back a little later. But just observe that process, that thoughts are going to come and go, and just allow that. It's a matter of just being mindful. And now let's bring the attention to the breath. Just feel that breath coming in as you take it in through your nose. See what it feels like to come into your body. Be very aware of that. And what does it feel like to hold that air in your lungs? Just allow that sensation of the air coming in to your lungs and going back out of your lungs. And take one more deep breath in, and let's pay attention to our feet. So as you go to your feet, just envision that this breath that you are taking in, you can send that energy all the way down to your feet. So I want you to move your toes and see how that feels. What does that feel like to move your toes? Is there anything happening there? Is it hard to move your toes? Does it feel good to wiggle them and to know that they can move and flex? And then the arches of your feet. Just flex your feet up, make them a little bit tight, and then release. Pay attention to the heels of your feet. How often do we give them love? They're so important to us as we walk every day. Let's show our feet some love. There's no right or wrong here. There's just acceptance of what is. So as you send the breath into your feet, just add in an energy of forgiveness if you've neglected your feet, if you haven't paid enough attention to the importance of your feet. Just say to them, I love you. I thank you for helping me to walk on this earth plane, for helping me to be more grounded with Mother Earth. Thank you. So much gratitude for what you bring to this human experience. Now take a breath in, and let's move up to the calves. Feel those calf muscles. Are they tight? When you tighten them up, is there any sensation of pain there? Any sensation of, oh, that doesn't feel so good? Just pay attention to the calf muscles and just allow the breath to come in there. Observe what you're feeling. And then if there is a need for the muscles to relax, do that with your breath and with your intention, sending the energy right into the calf muscles and saying to these calves, I appreciate you. I appreciate that when I stand, that you lift me up, you keep me firm and don't let me fall over. Thank you for being there and for what you bring to my body. Take another breath in right into the calf muscles. This healing energy that's coming from your higher self, that Archaia Mercy is helping you to bring in the forgiveness, the love, the compassion. Just allow it all to flow into your calf muscles. And now let's move to the thighs. So many times we don't even want to think about our thighs, right? No judgment. Don't go into it with any judgment at all. Your thighs are important. They're beautiful. They're part of who you are. Is there some tightness there in those thigh muscles? Just pay attention. See what's going on. Pay attention to the quadriceps, the hamstrings, the tendons. Now visualize with your breath that this energy you're pouring into your thighs is firming them and helping them to work the best that they can work. They're very important in being able to be grounded and to stand tall and firm on this earth plane. We need those thigh muscles. We need every part of our body, but to be able to be stable and stand firm, we need everything to work properly. And that's why we're pouring this energy into every piece and part of us. So send that energy of love, the energy of forgiveness into the thighs, allowing the very best experience there with those muscles. And now let's move up to our hips, the buttocks, the pelvis area. Just breathe in and acknowledge any sensation that's going on here. Many people hold energy here in this hip area. There's a lot of people that have weakness because everything is held so closely in the hips. We need those hips to be flexible. We need them to work the best they can. So breathe energy right into the hips, the hip bones, the muscles that are there. Just breathe in the energy of healing, compassion, forgiveness, and relax with the out breath. Anything that's unlike love, just let it go. You might have some criticism of your hips. You might have judgment about your hips. Let all of those thoughts go out with the out breath and only breathe in love and light into this area. So now pay attention from your hips all the way down to the tip of your toes. We've gone through all those muscles and all of those body parts. We breathed in love, we breathed in compassion. Now say to this part of your body, I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for helping me to stand firm. Thank you for helping me to be able to move forward and to have flexibility. I appreciate everything about you as I go through this human experience. Thank you for helping keep me strong. Now let's breathe in again, and we're going to go to the stomach area, another place where we might hold some criticism or some judgment of ourselves. But as you breathe in, just pay attention to the rise and the fall of your breath as you breathe deeply into the diaphragm. And as it falls, feel the release. As it rises, feel that sensation. Many people hold energy in here and have a lot of digestive issues, a lot of reflux issues. And if that's you, just do this. Just give this loving forgiveness to this part of your body and say, I appreciate everything that you do for me, all the functions that happen here in this part of my body. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And now let's go to the lower back. The lower back is again where a lot of people hold a lot of low vibration energy. So there's some forgiveness to be done here in the lower back. Whenever you're holding on to something, it's going to come out physically. So if there's some low back pain, some tightness, just feel that. Feel into the energy of the low back. What does it feel like right now? What's going on in your low back? Just pay attention to those muscles and breathe the healing energy right into the low back area. And with the out breath, release anything that's unlike love and light, any type of pain energy, any discomfort. Just let it go. And now let's move our attention upward to the chest. Pay attention when you breathe in. Does your chest rise as you take the breath in? And then fall as you exhale? Notice that sensation. Notice what it feels like to have your lungs full of air. And let's give some gratitude to those lungs. Really breathe into them as deeply as you can. And say thank you as you're doing that. Thank you for taking in this oxygen that's keeping me alive. Thank you that I have the capacity to take air into my body so that my cells can work properly, my organs can work properly, my brain can work properly. Really give gratitude for your lungs right now. And now let's move on to the upper back and the shoulder blades and that space in between the shoulder blades. How many times do we ignore that tension that we're holding there? Feel into it and see if there's any tension. And just breathe healing energy right in between the shoulder blades. This is like a spiritual massage. And just ask Archaia Mercy to help you to do that beautiful forgiveness and release that happens when you go into this area of your body. Now send your breath into your upper back and allow the expansion of that upper back and see if it feels any better with those muscles now. And say to them, I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for helping me to be strong in the upper part of my body. Allow the breath to dissolve that tension that you're feeling. And now become aware of your spine. And let's send that healing energy all the way down the spine, even to those places in between the vertebrae. Just send that energy in there and allow the healing to take place. Now going into the shoulders. Oh my gosh, sometimes we hold the weight of the world on our shoulders, don't we? We take on other people's issues, their dramas, their problems, and we just hold a lot of trauma energy in the shoulders. So pay attention to your shoulders. Do you find yourself maybe sitting up a little straighter and really paying attention to the shoulders right now? Maybe the shoulders need a massage. So breathe that energy in and say thank you. Thank you. And now the upper arms, the front and the back. Sometimes we don't want to look at that, do we? Again, holding criticism, holding judgment, but do this without any feelings of anything other than love. Just shine love right into your upper arms, thanking them for helping keep you strong, for the ability to lift and to continue to move forward. And then go to your elbows, the elbows that bend and give you flexibility. Say thank you. Thank you to the elbows, to the joints, to your forearms. Think about how much we use those forearms and the muscles in there. And then the wrists and the hands. Just give love, breathe love right into all of those parts. And then from the shoulders all the way down to the hips, just say, I love you. I love you. Thank you to this upper part of my body that is strong and that I sometimes take for granted. And for that, I ask for forgiveness. And just send love Just give love and compassion to this part of your body. And now pay attention to your neck. Do you feel any stiffness in the neck? Do you feel like you need to maybe move your neck one side to the other? Maybe there's a little bit of tension in there. All the way around to your throat, and allow the breath to come into this area to release any tension, any type of pain, energy that's going on. Just bring it in, that compassion and that love, and just allow it. And now let's move up to the head. What sensation are you feeling right now in the head? Are there any aches or pains at any part of your head? Just do a scan right now. Is there anything going on in the temple area, the forehead, your eyes, your eyelids, your nose, your cheekbones, your jaw, your tongue, your chin? Look at every part of your head and see if there's any tightness, any tension, anything that you're holding there. And just breathe right into it. Breathe energy into it. And especially up at the top of the head, that crown area, just let it open up and allow the energy to flow in. And just say to your head, I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for helping me to express myself through my verbal and my nonverbal communication. Thank you for the eyes that see, the ears that hear, the nose that smell, and the mouth that tastes. Thank you for all of these things that go on in this top part of my body that I don't always just stop and acknowledge. And ask for forgiveness for anywhere that you have neglected this part of your body. And now take another deep breath in. And let's go from the crown, the very top of your head, all the way down the body to the tips of your toes. And just say thank you. Just add in the gratitude, add in the compassion, and do that scan and see if there's any part of you, maybe it shifted a little bit. Maybe the cells and the body parts are really paying attention right now because you're focusing on them. What you focus on expands. And Archaia Mercy is saying, definitely show that love, show that forgiveness, and go into it with no judgment. Only love as your agenda. Only healing as your agenda, and allow that healing to take place inside of you. And I want to thank Archaia Mercy for inspiring this meditation today, inspiring us to really go into our body and love on it, show it compassion, show it forgiveness, and be non-judgmental about our body. So thank you, Archaia Mercy. Thank you to the archangels that came in to help us, any of your spirit guides that came along. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you to every person that joined in today in this meditation and in this teaching. And I want to thank Christina. Christina, you are just marvelous. I appreciate you so much and what you bring to the table with these teachings. And I love you so, so much.
Love you and everyone that's here. And I love this opportunity. So thank you.
Yes, yes. So take your time to come back. What we do on the Zoom is we go off the air and then we talk about the meditation or the angel or anything spiritually that comes up for us to discuss. And anyone is welcome to come into
please
the Zoom
join
with
us. Yeah, please join us. If you don't want to be on Facebook Live like we are right now, you can join in. You don't have to be on it with this part in order to join us for the next part. And really the next part is very magical, and in that we can all speak very freely in a very safe and supportive environment. So we really would love you to come and join in that energy.
Absolutely. It's open to all. And thank you for joining us. And we'll be back next Monday with another angel to get closer to find out more about, and to do meditation with. So greetings to all of you that were here with us. I see all of your beautiful names, and you're invited to come join us right now. And we will see you later. And we all say,
Namaste,
Namaste, y'all.
y'all.
Bye, everybody.